In every generation, there are those who rise, not by chance, not by inheritance, but by conscious design. They possess a rare trait, hidden in plain sight. It is not wealth, not fame, nor intelligence. It is something far more powerful. Composure. Yes, emotional mastery. The ability to remain unbothered in the face of chaos, criticism, and challenge. This trait, once understood and practiced, becomes a shield, a compass, and a magnet. This is not apathy. It is not disinterest. It is self-command. Today, learn what it truly means to act as if nothing bothers you. Not for appearances, but for power. Not to fool others, but to train the subconscious mind to believe in strength beyond circumstances. Let this principle unlock doors once sealed. For the person who controls their inner world cannot be controlled by the outer one. The subconscious mind cannot process a void. A negative thought cannot be removed without being replaced. This is the law of substitution. When worry arises, it must be replaced with problem solving. When anxiety knocks, it must be substituted with breath and faith. When a trigger appears, it must be met with discipline. Let one try to simply not think about anger. It will only grow. But think instead of purpose, and the anger fades. Think of the mission, and the insult becomes irrelevant. Speak not in terms of suppression, but substitution. Instead of saying, "I won't get upset," say, "I choose to be calm." Instead of, "I won't let this bother me," say, "I am focused on the outcome." Every time the mind is given a new path, it begins to learn. Rewire the reflex. Replace the reaction. This is how giants are built, not by brute strength, but by emotional intelligence. The subconscious mind cannot process a void. A negative thought cannot be removed without being replaced. This is the law of substitution. When worry arises, it must be replaced with problem solving. When anxiety knocks, it must be substituted with breath and faith. When a trigger appears, it must be met with discipline. Let one try to simply not think about anger. It will only grow. But think instead of purpose, and the anger fades. Think of the mission, and the insult becomes irrelevant. Speak not in terms of suppression, but substitution. Instead of saying, "I won't get upset," say, "I choose to be calm." Instead of, "I won't let this bother me," say, "I am focused on the outcome." Every time the mind is given a new path, it begins to learn. Rewire the reflex. Replace the reaction. This is how giants are built, not by brute strength, but by emotional intelligence. Yes, the environment matters. The places one lives, the voices one hears, the pace at which one moves. All of it leaves fingerprints on the soul. But here lies the secret of the wise. One may shape the environment internally. Even when the outer world is uncontrollable, in the midst of noise, silence can still be chosen. In the face of provocation, grace can still be selected. This is not theory, it is practice. Consider the sailor. He does not control the sea nor the wind, but he studies the tide. He sets the sail. He moves with intelligence. His calm does not mean the storm is gone. It means he knows how to move through it. So it is with those who practice poise. Let one shape their room into a haven. Let one curate voices, protect the morning routine, and cultivate inner stillness. But most importantly, let one carry the atmosphere within like a torch. Then no place can disturb them. No noise can invade. The inner world, once protected, becomes a fortress. Emotion is magnetic. Energy is contagious. The calm person becomes a magnet for opportunity. The patient leader attracts loyalty. The centered mind sees solutions others miss. To act as if nothing bothers you is not deception. It is alignment. Alignment with a frequency that draws success, health, love, and progress. One who dwells in chaos emits chaos. One who commands peace attracts the same. Have you not noticed? Most emotional disturbance is born from ego, not from truth, but from the desire to protect an identity, to be seen as right, to be praised, to be powerful. But ego is a fragile thing, and those ruled by it are always at war with criticism, with change, with anything that threatens self-image. The wise detach, not by rejecting the self, but by expanding it beyond the ego. When a person is insulted but no longer needs to defend, freedom is born. When the goal is not to be right but to grow, peace is found. And when the heart beats for purpose rather than praise, the mind no longer crumbles under judgment. This is detachment. And in detachment, there is peace. Let others bark and boast. The wise simply build. So how do you train yourself to become unshakable? It starts with reprogramming your mind. Here's a simple 3-step process. 1. Create your emotional command. Write down an affirmation like, "I stay calm and clear, no matter what happens around me." Repeat this every morning and night. Say it like you mean it. Say it until your nervous system believes it. 2. Mental rehearsal. Visualize common stressful situations. Traffic, arguments, pressure at work. Now, in your mind, see yourself handling them with absolute calm. Breathe through the tension. Smile inwardly. Maintain control. 3. Apply it daily. Start with small things. A delay, smile and relax. A rude comment, pause and breathe. A problem, respond, not react. Each time, you're training your nervous system to remain centered. You're becoming stronger with every challenge. This is emotional weightlifting, and the world becomes lighter when you become stronger. Calm people have an invisible power. They carry an aura of certainty, confidence, and quiet authority. Why? Because the calm person becomes the anchor in chaotic situations. While others react wildly, they remain composed. They think before speaking. They move with intention. This calmness earns respect. It invites trust. It influences others, not by force, but by presence. When you act as if nothing bothers you, people lean in. They sense that you're operating from a higher place, and that makes you magnetic. Common obstacles and how to handle them. Let's tackle the common resistance. Obstacle number 1. But I'm just being real when I get upset. Understand this. Authenticity doesn't mean impulsiveness. You can feel something and still choose how you express it. True power is the ability to pause, to respond instead of react. Obstacle number 2. Won't people think I don't care? Remaining calm doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough to stay in control. Your calmness is not detachment, it's wisdom. Obstacle number 3. It's hard to stay calm when everything's going wrong. Yes, it is. That's why most people don't succeed. Calmness is not easy. It's earned. And when you choose it consistently, you rise above the chaos and the competition. Emotional control is a muscle. It is not granted. It is trained. Each day offers a gymnasium for the spirit. Traffic delays, rude comments, slow results, each is an opportunity to build strength. Do not curse the test. Use it. Practice begins small. When interrupted, smile instead of snapping. When delayed, use the time for breath or thought. When insulted, observe instead of absorbing. With repetition, response becomes reflex, and that reflex becomes identity. This training does not take place in comfort. It is forged in friction. The champion of self is not made on a good day. The champion is built when plans go wrong, when progress is slow, when others doubt and dismiss. There lies the crucible. There, strength is born. To act unbothered is to live in mastery. Let this mastery be practiced daily. 1. Morning programming. Begin each day with the declaration, "Today I remain unshaken. My peace is power, my calm is contagious." Write it, speak it, feel it. 2. The 5-second rule. Before any emotional reaction, pause for 5 seconds. Inhale, reflect, choose. 3. The anchor. Gesture. Develop a subtle gesture, a hand touch, a breath, a posture that signals the brain to enter calm. Use it during stress. 4. Mirror work. Look in the mirror and say, "Nothing disturbs my peace. I remain in control." Meet your own eyes. Say it until you believe it. 5. Mental rehearsal. Each night, review moments of composure. Celebrate them. Visualize handling tomorrow's challenges with grace. The subconscious learns not from words, but from repetition tied to emotion. Use emotion to embed the identity of one who is never shaken. And one day, when pressure arrives, the response will not be forced. It will be natural. That is mastery. In a noisy world, the quiet become powerful. In an emotional world, the calm become kings. In a reactive world, the disciplined become immortal. To act as if nothing bothers you is to rise above the noise. To walk in purpose, to serve without ego, to lead by example. It is not about pretending, it is about practicing until that practice becomes presence. The world may not notice right away, but over time it will bend toward those who cannot be shaken. So carry this truth. Emotional control is not a trick. It is a transformation, and those who choose this path will not only shape their lives, they will shape the world around them. Let the storms come, let the critics speak, let delays happen. The quiet giant keeps walking, unmoved, unbothered, unstoppable.